I think it would be fitting for me to be Catstiel because it just works. What are the other animals? That's it, right? There was a meme of me as a hamster? That's not great. Would it have been like a white tiger or something like that? I guess a unicorn would be nice. Magical. Not real, but fine. Sorry if anyone thought that they were real and I just spoiled it. My kids still believe there are children in here. Yes, good. Mischa, stop talking. Oh my God, I almost ruined so many holidays in one moment for so many people. There's that filter problem again. Okay, thank you, Brittany. It's nice talking to you. We had some serious problems in our house recently. The Tooth Fairy had, she completely lost the thread because of COVID, and I guess she was totally overworked. Luckily, Mason has been very forgiving about it. My daughter, she's like, Dad, it's really hard. Think of all of the extra precautions she has to go through. That totally explains why she didn't make it last night, and the tooth's still there, and there's no money under the pillow. But still, she's got to measure up, Mason, and I'll give her a stern talking to her when I see her next. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. In the next little bit, when you're comfortable, could you give us a hey ass butt?
I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable enough to do that. Hey ass butt. I've been, is he not exactly in the right spot? You're adjusting him no, sir, we need you 1 centimeter to the left, please. That was an inch.
Sorry.
So,
my question is actually story-based.
You have a story question?
Story-based question.
Okay.
In 11 years, is there ever a plot line, a storyline, a character arc or flaw that you would have liked to dive in more with your character or in the storyline? Is there something that meant something to you that you would have liked the showrunners to take a little further?
Yes. I think that there should have been a little bit I think we should have taken a little bit longer with Castiel becoming human and actually exploring that. I think that it would have been lovely to do more with Claire, Castiel's biological daughter. I suspect that the writers and producers would have, this is pure conjecture on my part, but I suspect they would have liked to do that, but she sort of selfishly, Catherine Newton went on to become a big movie star. And that, I think, probably rendered her not terribly available for our little show. But who does that, you know? I would never have done that unless someone asked me to. And I think it would have been nice to have just a few scenes peppered throughout, maybe even, I don't know, something we probably could have done almost every episode. Just a moment where Sam and Dean just sit back and reflect oh, we'd be totally screwed if it weren't for Cass. Cass has saved our ass over and over and over again. Didn't feel like the show did enough of that. Yeah. Thank you. You know, when you're shouting out, I love you, you're amazing, I'm not gonna make you not talk. That's fine. That kind of heckling is fine. Hi, how How are you?
I'm good. My name is Mariah, and my question for you is, what is the worst injury you've accidentally gotten on set?
The worst injury that I've sustained on set?
Yes.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember being badly injured on set. I will tell you that I have, on a few occasions in my career, said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I can do that. I can do that stunt, or I can do that, gag. We don't need someone else to do it." I did it. The first time I did that was I was working on this movie that was not very good. Not Stonehenge Apocalypse. That's an amazing film. Shame on you for saying that. It's called Finding Home, and I was a lobster fisherman, and there was this antique boat that I was supposed to be captaining, and they brought somebody in from the Coast Guard because I was supposed to pull up next to these rocks and talk to the woman on the shore from the boat. And I was like, I'm sure I can do that, guys. We don't need the Coast Guard guy to drive. I'll just drive. And so I don't think it's even called driving. I'd never driven a boat before, and I totaled the boat on the rocks, like very expensive, beautiful antique boat, just like smashed against the rocks. So I did that, and then the next year I was working on 24, and having learned my lesson, they put my character on 24. Alexis Dresden was introduced as this ominous bad guy in this the closing sequence of my first episode. It was close up, music. This guy is really gonna screw stuff up for everybody. And then I'm in my brand new super fancy Jaguar, and I'm I have to drive down a loading dock ramp, and they're like, so we'll do the close-up on your face, Mischa, and then we'll do some cue scary music, and then we'll swap out and have the stunt driver go down the loading dock ramp because it's a little narrow. And I was like, guys, I got this. And cut to a few minutes later with the entire exhaust system sitting on the ground, having ripped the undercarriage of this brand new Jaguar out. And it's my first day on set, and I'm like, so anyway, I'm gonna go back to my trailer, and so that isn't so much. We broke a lot of things, is what I'm trying to say. We didn't injure ourselves that often. My car, Castiel's car, we called it the Pimp Mobile on the show. It had these, we never really used it, I don't think, on camera, but it had these hydraulics. So it was one of those cars that could actually bounce up and down, and if you toggled the switches, it would bounce up and down. And the guy that owned the car that we were renting it from was like, please don't play with those switches, because his system is very expensive and it's very sensitive. And so me and Jared were in the car, we were playing with the switches, and it was jumping, and it was super cool, and it cost $10,000 to fix. Well, we don't have to pay for it, because we're actors and we can get away with anything. It's amazing. It's such a great job.